I'm trying to stamp here. Anyway, hey everybody, this is Retrokid Reviews. Still a little sick, a little tired from my last video, so go to the birthday video to explain what's going on. Health update. Thank God I had a COVID test, and it definitely wasn't going to be it. It was negative. I had the vaccine earlier this year, so for any anti-vaxxers that are my subscribers, check the door. Doors aren't there. I don't mind. I'll grind to 400 somehow, some other way. That all being said, for those who are actually here and actually are cool with me, just being, vaccinated and stuff, thank you for staying. And that all being said, let's just get to stuff I have time to discuss. I won't go through most of the presents I got. Some of them are just, gift cards and stuff like that. Until my brother just dropped a huge bomb on my day of and said, yeah, I'm going to get you a PS5, don't worry about it. So it was really cool, so hopefully I could probably do a teardown update or something along the lines of probably future games and stuff, if anything else. It'll just show stuff I'll probably talk about later down the road. If I ever do a Twitch stream, I'm definitely going to capture with that. I probably should have with the PS4, but I am here now, and I might as well get this off the road. So, previewing, hopefully, stuff I'll follow through my channel aside, let's get to today's review with Kamen Rider Revice. For one other thing, Manga Kamen has mentioned this in his Twitter threads when the show came day one this Sunday. That one of the actors has a bit of a troubled past. So if I could get that in the wiki real quick before we start this off. I think it's Vice. Yes, it was Vice's actor. Let me see if I can pull it up. My apologies. It's been it was a combination. I thought this or Saber had a bit of a weird history leading up to it, but in Yugarashi's case, the actor is playing one half of Vice. No, hang on. Why did that lead me to Revi? What the hell? Hang on. History. What the hell's playing him? Sorry, okay. Long story short, for one of them is that he basically had a history of bad jokes, blackface, all that stuff. And Manga Kamen is basically trying to separate himself from the artist. Kind of like what I do with Tom Cruise, because he's still in Scientology, and I don't like that shit. And it is kind of funny that he's still getting a little delayed with Top Gun Maverick, so any way you could get one on him is how you want to do in this business. That all being said, aside from that, the first episode is actually pretty good. Kind of slabs, actually. For one half of them, I believe the actual main hero of the show is actually pretty damn good at his job. He's basically let me see him. Yeah, he's basically a really good writer. For starting out, he's a small business kind of like family. It's like a bathhouse they own and stuff. So definitely like old school like Blade and even Ryuki, not Ryuki, Kuga vibes. So again, here's just like my personal peeve for a good writer is if you write him a little bit in any way like Kuga, you're already a win for me. It was like that at the beginning half of Gaim. I'm not gonna say this show can go full Gaim. Then again, it is their 50th anniversary. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. So yeah, reason being I mentioned the 50th anniversary, probably more so for this first review, is that I believe who they have as a mentor for these characters. Yeah, they're a 2-1 tag team, not combo, not double. Also, I'm very much aware that Double is getting an anime. Screenshots have already showed up. It looks great. I highly recommend checking out John the Shades' channel just in case he got wind of the situation. Knowing me and the RPT community, we probably told him already. So, hi John, in case you're watching. So that all being said, for George here, he's an actual writer fan. I think it was like that in the solicitations leading up to the first episode. Also, full disclosure, I didn't see the preview special that they guest starred in, and I think one of Saber's final episodes. I might do it as a bonus review in like a short or something just to get my thoughts across. But for right now, the wiki describes him as a cool-headed scientist kind of deal. We'll get to the villains in a minute. For what I can remember is that they're called Deadmans. I don't know which exact subtitle they're doing because I don't think Overtime and TV Nihon are doing it. Usually they get like an affiliate for some writer shows. This might be the same case here too. So no official subtitles down below. If you guys have the means to find it yourself, please let me in the comments which exact Facebook group and or fan sub community you're getting it from, because I want to see more episodes of this because this actually looks pretty good. Keep in mind, another thing about this episode, there is no official theme. Unless if you want to go to the previews, which I hope Special 4 and 12 probably already got it off the ground, so card there. You guys want to see the previews? So yeah, the Deadmans are actually looking pretty dope. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have a big semi Mexican motif, and I just remembered I was supposed to remember NWJP wrestler that also debuted. The whole thing with his cameo was just to show how the monsters work. That it's basically we're back to the old classic Toku drugs. For those who are new to the Kamen fandom and new to my channel, I used to went a little hard on Toku drugs, and I think Easy did too when he was doing his Toku Time Day. So link to his channel down below for if any of those reviews are still in the gambit. And Toku drugs this time around is it's definitely akin to basically two things. How I came to the franchise, ironically, was switches for Forza, and in Easy and a lot of other people's cases, Gaia memories are also counted as Toku drugs. So I think these stamps are kind of along the same thing. I don't know the official name, so I'll get the terminology and just the wiki in general down below in case you want to know. They didn't really do much. They only raided the compound that was building the new Rider device, and that the main hero's brother was actually supposed to be the real Rider. So if that's a tease for not just him and his sister, because she actually helped out in the fight scene at the end of the episode. If the family in general get to be Riders, that would be really cool. It'd be the most family-oriented Rider, I guess, since I want to say Kugo and Akito. I'm going off the top of my head of Riders I know that was more family-oriented. There's not a lot of family, if you could believe that, in Rider in any era of the franchise, but that would be pretty cool if they get to be Riders. Definitely the brothers got the biggest chance of being a secondary Rider, so that'd be pretty cool. As for Vice himself, one half of Revice, basically he's a ghost. He's basically a Deno monster. I forgot the name. Wow, it's been a while. Long story short, it's been a while since I've been watching any version of Deno whatsoever. But it's basically he's a Deno type character. He's gonna be like that. He's very fourth wall breaking in a actual sense, like actually turning to you to the camera kind of thing. So, one Revi, that's gonna be the other half of Revice's writer name, the human in the bunch. He's weirded out about all that. The fight scene they got later on in the episode when they finally tensioned was really good. It was really cool. George was very hyped and had a very, very plentiful and very happy amount of English. And turns out the actor who plays him apparently is very fluent with English and German. So I wish I could do the German kind of accent right now, but yeah, guten Tag. That all being said, this is really a good, strong start for this episode, and I didn't get around to getting to most of what the form will probably be later on for the main form. My best guess in George's case, his character is actually an in-universe Kamen fan. We haven't actually seen this since, again, going back to Forza here, Forza with, I think, the Goth character in Kamen Club for Forza. She was a huge fan of, like, researching them as, like, I guess, at the time, like a true crime podcast kind of thing. Also, a really dumb prediction about 2021 that I hope the crisis isn't true and is probably meme in the Toku community. If you know what it is, just tell everybody in the comments. I don't want to specifically mention that. But there is a history of Kamen Marcos did for Forza, so it's there if you want to see that bit. That all being said, for George, he is a huge Rider fan, and I think a lot of his forms and a lot of the color scheme he's going to be using for later forms for Revice is very tribute to past Riders. That's how they're going to do it. That makes a lot of sense because Forza was along that line, but for secondary characters to do stuff that tributizes the Showa era at the time, when it was turning into the 40th anniversary of the franchise. I think that will now be the same case here, but like more of a color scheme system. And mostly, you could probably tell with the suit designs that he's probably more of a last 10 years kind of a Rider fan. Because right out of the gate, if I'm right about one of his first, I guess, secondary forms later down the toy catalog and probably later on this series, he might be getting decade forms. That's pretty bold to show off right out of the gate. And lastly, for just this episode's entitled fight scenes, they do have a weapon. It is a weapon-based system again. But the weapon is actually really cool. It's actually like axe-oriented, and axe and gun combo usually works in the Tokusatsu community and genre as a whole, so that's awesome to see. Very choreography is on point like usual for a Rider series. For here on out, like I said with Saber, I'm gonna have to check with COVID guidelines and regulations. Again, like I said, with one half of Revice's actors who are playing the title character. Yes, he has a bit of a weird past, but is he also in that camp that doesn't want to go on and on about the vaccine and stuff? If it's like that, then it's going to get problematic from here on out. But like I said, like everyone is probably also saying, we're going to separate the art from the artist and see what he can prove. And so far, he looks pretty damn good. My apologies, too, for forgetting, basically, the Deno characters that Easy loves so much. Wow, it's been a while since I had to talk about them. So, Carta, anything retro, not me. So, dissociative disorder is definitely a thing when you got a mid-level bronchitis. Anyway, yeah, go to there for anything Easy might have did Deno-wise. He's a huge Deno fan. So, yeah. Anyway, so before I blank into actually remembering the damn thing aside, my overall thoughts for the episode, it's good. On my rating system, it's a definite 7.5 out of 10 due to everything that's going on and the casting kind of controversies that are happening right now, cast-wise for Revice. It looks good. Again, go with expectations of just separating the art from the artist and just see if you can at least handle what you're seeing so far. And it is a great debut, a strong start, just like Saber. So hopefully, unlike Saber, it keeps my interest for next week and for the weeks leading up. So also that also being said with Saber, I am going to mention the series in my end of the year reviews as I always do. So I will try to watch some episodes on the side while waiting for more episodes of Revice. So multitasking is back in full swing. It isn't a year after a really bad year if I'm not multitasking. So comparisons aside, I actually do highly recommend the episode if you have the means, if you can find the source yourself. Again, I have always not promoted any fan subs. I've always came with the basic assumption that you guys know what these fan sub sites are and you know where they are. That being said, now that TVD Hunt and Overtime are not really doing anything at the time, I could be wrong. Things could change. As of this recording, they may have changed their minds. Maybe they found a way past Toei's copyrights again. Again, who's to say at this point? That all being said, I am also missing a ass load of Toku news because, again, I'm being half sick and having to get ready for my Shang-Chi review later this week. So if there's any other big, really huge Toku news, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to make shorts, at the very least, to dedicate time to them. One of them of which was a metal hero who also passed away, who we're closing out the video to. He played, or I think he directed Sharavan, and probably why you've been seeing a lot of my OC like fan art slash I guess thumbnails looking more Sharavan-ish. I had no clue he was gonna pass away. Just letting you know now, all cards on the table. I just kind of wanted to see if I could use as my new default for my new decade of life now being 30. So again, existential stuff and stuff like that. But for that being said, it does suck that he's passed away. He is one of the many, I guess, handful of not Ultra Riders, Toku writers in general that was in the golden age of Showa era Tokusatsu, especially in the Metal Hero franchise. I'll leave the news down below that I found if you guys want to see more of his work, because he also did a lot of Metal Hero after Sharavan. I think it's Juku B Fire that ended up being bit by Beetleborgs here in the States. So that all being said, a moment of silence for that. And if for some reason this isn't out by Saturday, because if I'm reading my calendar right, Saturday is also the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So if I am not going to have my Shang-Chi review out by then, it'll probably be out by Sunday due to 20 years of long overdue, well, respect for a unfortunate day of that. As a New Yorker, I need to take time out for that as well. So with that, and the passing that I just mentioned earlier, we're going to do a moment of silence of that to close up the video. So with that all being said, what did you think of Kamen Rider Revice? Like I said, let me know in the comments down below. I'm Retrokid Reviews, and cards found in the comment to my previous content here. Shorts playlist here, short down below to just, notify me for the subs to the channel. Rambling at the end, sorry for that. But notification down below also to hit the bell to make sure you're notified from whenever I do future Toku related content. That all being said, I'm Retrokid Reviews, and wow, Revice really came out with a bang. I hope you do better than that, but it looks good for now. Yes.